Hi everyone, welcome back to Vocal Academy. See in this problem, by using mesh analysis, how to calculate current I. So this is the current I here. So we have totally 3 loops are there. So in first loop, the current is I1. In second loop, the current is I2. In third loop, current is I3. The current I is in this branch passing upward direction. That is the current. We want the current value I by using mesh analysis. How can you find that current I? So this current I, at this point I2 was entering and here I3 was entering. Means the difference nothing but I3 minus I2. That gives current I. So I3 was entering here, I2 was entering here, I3 here, I2 here. So the difference nothing but I3 minus I2. That gives current I. Now we need to find I3 and I2, then we can easily find current I value. Let's see how to find I3 and I2 value. So first of all, write KVL equations, that is mesh equations by using mesh analysis. First of all, write mesh equation for the first loop, that is I1 equation. Here in this loop, the voltage source is 6 volts is there and 2 ohm resistor and 10 ohm resistance is there. So in this the current is I1 is there. So the current was given in clockwise direction. Okay. So from this point, so take the source as reference. So here plus is there. So like this, the current. So plus and taking as, that is 6 volts equal to, the source voltage equal to sum of all voltage drops in that loop. So current is I1. So according to Ohm's law, we could IR. So voltage drop into ohms is I1 into 2 and here I1 into 10 ohms. Nothing but I1 2 plus 10 I1. But in that loop, one resistor allows another current, that is I2. Remove that voltage, that is minus 2 I2. 2 into I2. It becomes 6 volts equal to, so 2 I1 plus 10 I1, nothing but 2 I1 minus 2 I2. So all coefficients are even. So divide with 2 for easy simplification. Okay. So it becomes 3V, it becomes 6 I1 minus I2. Let's consider this is equation 1. Now apply mesh loop for second loop, that is KVL. So in that 4 resistors are there, 2 ohm resistor is there, 1 ohm resistor is there. So in all 3 resistors, I2 passes and there is a voltage source, that is 8 volts. So from this here, endpoint is minus. So minus 8. So take as minus 8 volts. So Y means the current was clockwise direction. So I am taking the other source starting here. That was minus 8 volts. That's equal to sum of all voltage drops, that is 4 into I2. Next plus 2 into I2 plus 1 into I2. So in this, 2 ohm resistor allows I1 current and 1 ohm resistor allows I3 current. Subtract it, that is, so minus 2 was allowing I1, that is 2 I1 plus minus 1 I3. So it becomes minus 8 equal to, so I1 is only minus 2 I1. Next I2s are 4, 2, 1, nothing but 6, 7. So that is 7 I2 minus I3. Let's consider this is equation 2. Now apply KVL for third loop. There is 2 sources are there and 2 resistors are there. The current was in clockwise direction. So source voltages are, so one is here the pointer point, that is minus 6 and it was here plus 8. That's equal to voltage drops in that loop. Current was I3. Apply Ohm's law, that is I3 into 5. Another is 1 into I3. But here 1 resistor allows I2 current. Remove that. That is minus 1 into I2. So it becomes 2 equal to 5 I3. Sorry, 5 plus 1 here. So totally 6 I3. So minus I2. Let's consider this is equation 3. But here we want I value. So for that we need I3 and I2 values. So we observe in I1, I2, I3. So in I1 equation there is no I3 term. In I2 all terms are there. In I3 there is no I1 term, because here I3 term coefficient is 0, here I1 term coefficient equal to 0. So I am going to use Cramer method for solving I1, I2, I3. So just I need I3, I2. So from Cramer method we are going to get the values. So let's see here how to get that. So first of all I am going to write matrix. So here I1, I2, I3 are variables, thus we go to constant values. So in equation 1, I1 is there, I2 is there, constant is there, but I3 here 0, that is 0 I3. Okay, so first of all write equation 1. So constant is 3 and I1 coefficient is 6, I2 is -1 and I3 coefficient is 0. Now from equation 2, constant is -8, I1 coefficient -2 and I2 coefficient 7, I3 coefficient -1. Now from third equation, I3 is there, I1 is there, but I1 coefficient is 0. So that is 0 I1. So 0, I2 is -1 and I3 is 6 and constant is 2. Now here I want I3 and I2 value. I am going to use Cramer method for finding det value, det2 value, det3 value. No need det1 value, because here we want I2 and I3. So we want det2 and det3 enough and det value. So let's see here. So first of all I am going to click here. So first of all find the det value for that main matrix. So that is this matrix. So for this that is det of 6, -1, 0, -2, 7, -1, 0, -1, 6. So for this that we will get -234. Next, replace column 2. Okay, I don't need det1 value because I don't need I1 value. So no need I1 value. I want only I2 value and I3 value. So for that I am going to replace only second column with constant for to get I2 and third column replace with constants for get I3. Now I am going to replace second column with constants. It becomes, so keep first column as it is, that is 6. So that here -2, 0. Second column will be replaced with constants, that is 3, -8, 2 and third column keep as it is, that is 0, -1, 6. So that is that 1. So by using calculator we will get this value as, sorry, this is det2 because second column is replaced. Okay, so det equal to 240. Now keep first column second column as it is, replace third column with constants. Okay, so first column as it is, that is 6, -2, 0 and second column as it is, that is -1, 7, -1 and third column will be replaced with constants, that is 3, -8, 2. This is det3. So by the calculator we will get this value is -38. So why I need only det2, det3 means I want only I3 and I2 only. No need I1 value. Okay, because I want current I1 value. So current I will be calculated from I3 and I2 only. Okay. So from this current I equal to, so I3 means det3 by det. This is the Cramer method. Okay, minus I2 means det2 by det, that is det3 minus det2 by det. It gives current I. So det3 we got -38. So minus 38. So minus det2 we got 240 upon det we got -234. So it gives current I. So by using calculator we will get this value as 1.188 amperes. So this is the current I for the given problem. So current I equal to 1.88 amperes. This is the current I, and this is the process of simplification by using mesh analysis. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share. Thanks.